What's going on YouTube? Hey, it's James here with JWN Lawn Care again, and guess what? I'm somehow still alive. It's only been, I don't know, like 10 fucking months, but that's okay, because you know we're back somewhat, I guess. And I've just realized my GoPro's not charging anymore, which is great. That's lovely. Guess I'm gonna have to find a fix for that. Anywho, it's been 10 months. Lots has changed. We've had lots of lockdowns, lots of work, lots of here, there, and everywhere else. So I figured, given it's the 31st of December today, last day of 2021, hopefully we can have a bit of a recap on what the hell's going on, and yeah, have some fun while doing it. Let's get straight into it.
Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised, and I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to rap. The new era, rep my P's and those O's. Need us Phillies with the orange and black to feel home. From Citizens Bank back to Camden Yards, it's a tale of two cities, and trust we go hard. Trust we go hard, yes we go hard. You said we go hard, I said we go hard. Rocking my Bob Cousy, stocking up on the loose. If the lyrics come easy, but the life is a doozy. And yes, I'm choosy, and no, I won't settle, but I still take pop off over that kettle, cause I'm talking bigger picture, and yes, I'm gonna hit you with the...
Alrighty, wow, woo, how's everyone going? It's been a really long time. To be honest, I'm kind of stuck between whether it feels like a really long time or a really short time. I can't quite work it out, but we're gonna go with really long time because that much has been happening. I just haven't had time to think. And when I say that much has been happening, I'm talking like I have literally been doing 7 days a week for the past probably 3-4 months. I'm gonna try and tilt this camera down a touch just so you're not looking all at the ceiling. Yeah, it's killed me because I've just been so busy, and obviously with the amount of lockdowns we've had here, I can't even keep track of the number we've had here in Melbourne. But between that and also picking up a couple of other jobs on the side to sort of keep things going when restrictions meant I wasn't able to mow, it's just been crazy. So yeah, I've been 7 days a week. I've been getting like 3.5-4 hours of sleep each night if I'm lucky. It's been fucked really, and it's one of those things. It's like a blessing and a curse. So on one hand, I'm really grateful for all the work that's suddenly just flooded in, especially given it is now peak mowing season for us. So all that really kind of came into action at a good time this year, unlike last year when we were kind of shut right as the season was about to kick off. But at the same time, it's run me off my feet because I've ended up with so much going on that I literally can't fit it in. I've tried to do some calculations and I worked out we were running roughly 15 days of work each week, and obviously there's only 7 days in each week, so 15 doesn't really work. So if anyone on here that watches this knows of anyone who can like make clones of humans, bro, hit me up, I'm down, because I really need it. I just can't cope. People are virtually impossible to find at the moment. Jobs are very easy to find. There's so much going around. It's crazy. You know, everyone wants their lawn done. Everyone wants workers. It's mental. Now on the COVID side of things, I've avoided it, thankfully, for the past couple of years. I have had a couple of near misses where I've had to go and get tested and isolate and that, and then get a negative result, and then we're back to business as usual. And so that kind of scares you a little bit, but unfortunately I've finally been caught out. So on Christmas Day, the one Sydney sider from our family decided to come down to Melbourne and we all have lunch at my aunt and uncle's house, and you know, we only really see him at Christmas time. We were all sitting on our couch. I was sitting on one side of him, my grandpa was sitting on the other side. and we were the first two that kind of ended up feeling a bit off, and we've since both done the rapid COVID tests. I don't know if my grandpa did too. I think he might have done one. That came up positive. He's then gone to the proper PCR testing, all that. So he's got COVID. I've done 2 rapid tests, and I've only just managed to get in this afternoon to get a PCR test. We only found out this guy had COVID yesterday morning, so I haven't had tons of time, but everything was full up. Everyone wants tests. We went to 4 different testing sites this morning, and some of them we went to them before they actually opened, but they were already shut because they had too many people there. They said, no, bugger off, we're not taking anyone else. So I've had 2 rapid tests. Both of those have come up positive, and I'm going to see what my PCR result says, but I've got the symptoms now that I look at it. It's a bit difficult for me because, as I'm sure a fair few of you would have noticed, I have had a persistent cough for many, many years, since about year 9 now, which is actually, I think, sort of roughly when I started this YouTube channel. So that's been going on for ages. So of course, when you then have a disease where one of the main symptoms is coughing, it's like, how do you differentiate? But I did notice over the past couple of days, it did sort of get a bit worse, and my throat was feeling a bit off and all that. And so I thought, oh God, you know, maybe this is it. And sure enough, I think it is. So I'm not too worried about myself because, at least at the moment, I mean, my sinuses are a bit blocked. Obviously, I'm coughing a bit and all that, but apart from that, it's not too bad at the moment. You know, just saying. But I'm double vaccinated, so hopefully that's doing something to help it. But I really feel for some of the new guys that I had on with me these past few days. We've been doing heaps of work trying to catch up pre and post Christmas, and so a couple of these new kids have been out with me, you know, doing these jobs, and I think both of them have, you know, well, I know one of them definitely has it, and she's already in hospital, and I think the other ones, her brother's probably got it as well. And you know, to go off the COVID topic quickly and touch on that, this girl, she's about 15 and her brother's 16, and the brother I've known, and we talk aeroplanes and rockets and equipment and all that sort of stuff because we love it. And you know, we're talking to his sister. Comes out one night when we were the other day at his place, and oh, you know, this and that. Oh, do you have any work? Yeah, righto. I left the whip. You know, had the whole rig there because we've just come back from a job, so I'm like, oh, try off turning this around. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. You know, mower and this and that. That sounds pretty fun. Righto, I'll give it a go. Sure thing. Okay, so off she went. Stock standard teenage girl, guys, and she did it. You know, got through these busy days too of mower. It's not just light going. You know, we're actually running around a fair bit, doing a lot of work, and she's running along, going with it. And I thought, geez, this is actually really good, because I know back when I was that age, none of the girls in my year level would have done that. None of them. All they do, they just want to text and, you know, do shopping or whatever they do. I don't know. Not that I got anything wrong with that. It's just the way we are. Most boys my age, at that age, just sat on their Xboxes or their computers or whatever. We're on Steam, we're on Discord, all that. But, you know, we got out there and worked. And so I was really proud of her. Really proud of her brother too, because he's got big ambitions as well. And I thought, you know, if I can give these kids a start, see what it's like in the industry, help them sort of break into the working mindset from a bit of a younger age like I did, Jesus, then, you know, that's awesome. And yeah, they loved it. It's just really unfortunate that, you know, this is all happened as their start and work. And yeah, I feel absolutely terrible, but unfortunately, this is the way of the world at the moment. You know, cases going everywhere. For some reason, the government's still relaxing more restrictions as our cases keep rising. I think it's absolute insanity. You know, I'm isolating at home, so I don't give it to anyone else now. I know I've actually got it. But I'm just bloody glad that I didn't wait for the health department to contact me, because apparently they're supposed to talk to whoever's positive and find out who they've spoken to, where they've been, everything else, and then go to those places and say, hey, you've been in contact with someone with COVID, go get tested and isolated and all that, because that could take a while. So yeah, I'm just glad that I recognised the symptoms and the change in the way I was feeling early, and was able to get on top of it, you know, quickly, rather than wait until I've been out, you know, supposed to go out tonight to an event with some friends and all that, and you go, geez, how many more people do you infect then? So yeah, really, I'm really not happy that I've copped this, because I've already got a compromised respiratory system. So the doctors have told me I've got, if a normal person struggles with this, I would really struggle. And I'm really worried for my grandpa as well, because he is severely frail. So my mum's currently at their house giving him basically 24/7 care. But thankfully, for the most part, we seem to be doing alright for the moment. Which, yeah, look, we just gotta ride it out, see how we go, and hopefully we'll be back in action soon. There'll be plenty of work around, that's no issue. But yeah, for the moment, I just want to do the right thing and stay home and keep everyone else safe, because yeah, this thing's fucked, man. Just gotta watch it. Anyhow, look, far out. Enough of the COVID talk, because I'm sure that's around plenty. What's going on in the last 10 months? Lots of lockdowns, some new tools, some old ones are gone, lots of changes being made. So we are now switching to a predominantly commercial maintenance business, not doing a lot of residential anymore. I'm not really taking on much more of those jobs, because they're just a fiddly waste of time for what I'm doing. The amount of jobs we've taken on skyrocketed, you know, because one of the things a lot of strata, or I think you'd call in America, so like homeowners associations, they are requiring all their suppliers to be vaccinated now, and obviously still a choice to be vaccinated or not, but if you aren't, just means you're not going to be able to do everything that vaccinated people can do. And one of the things you can't do is work for strata companies. So it's actually been quite good so far, you know, go around and say, hey, I'm vaccinated, my team's vaccinated, if you need any slack picked up, we can do it. And sure enough, a few weeks ago, I think we were handed about 20 new strata jobs, which was just, you know, fantastic in a way. You know, good amount of work to come in. It's just run me off my feet try and get them all done, because the last guy who was doing all those wasn't vaccinated and decided to do a runner, and so some of those properties have been left for a couple of months, which in the growing season it's just makes things mental. So that's been fun, getting those back into shape, but they're getting there, and you know, it's looking really promising. And some of the other guys that know me in the industry are looking to pass some more work on and everything. So I've shut off all our advertising. We're not advertising for any more work, because you know, we're already over 100 customers, which I'm really happy with, and hopefully putting on a second ute shortly, because I need to be able to just spread my wings a little bit and move away from being the owner operator. Because at the moment, if I'm not out planning the job, scheduling the job, doing the job, invoicing the job, all that, the job doesn't get done. I want it to be, I can go out and do jobs if I want to, but it's not relying on me. Someone else can actually get them done at the end of the day if need be. So my main worker, Peter, at the moment, he's hopefully getting his license, and he's going to be sent out in a ute with another person, and they're going to go out and be able to do some jobs, because I've taken on a few other places of work, as I mentioned, just to keep some money coming in. And also because even though you can make really good money self-employed, the banks actually view salaried jobs as better, even if you get paid a lot less and you're relying on one company for that pay slip. You know, as a self-employed person, running my own business, you know, if I've got 100 clients, if 5 drop off, you know, whatever, that's a tiny portion of my income that's gone. Whereas if you're just your average Joe on a 9 to 5 payslip job, if you get retrenched or fired or whatever from that job, you've got no money left. So the fact that the banks value someone with one job and one source of income over someone with like 100 sources of income, it just seems crazy to me. But that's the way it is. That's the game we have to play. So I guess that's what we do then. But you know, it is what it is. So it's been handy to actually have some of these other bits of work on the side, just to show a pay slip and say, hey, yep, you know, if you want your regular income, here's your regular income, here you go, happy days, fuck off. Because, you know, then they say, oh yeah, okay, he's getting this much per week, whatever, and they're happy, which is really helpful if you're doing things like wanting to buy a house like I am, or wanting to buy a new ute, wanting to buy a new trailer. All these sorts of things helps you get the process sped up. Rather than, oh, how much are you making, what are you doing with this and that, tax returns, blah blah blah. So currently I'm stepping away from my audio visual technician role. I think I'll just sort of do that bit more freelance rather than being in at the warehouse every week. I'm also working at a garbage collection company. I'm a bin runner, so run along, throw the bins in, keep going. That pays really, really well, and the reason I took that job on was because the bins need to be collected regardless of what's happening with COVID. So when my business was shut down, they could keep working. So it just means, you know, if I'm not mowing, I could be doing bins. So I've got that a couple of days a week, which is good, and that also gives me some truck experience as well, which is handy. And also, you know, I've wanted to be a garbo since I was a little kid. You know, I think every young boy sort of looks out at the rubbish trucks and, oh, you know, we get all excited for them. But you know, obviously it's not a forever job, but it's one of those things. Whilst I'm still young and kind of fit enough to be generous with that word, but able to run around and try a few different things, I kind of want to get some experience in different industries and just see what it's like and mesh them all together to make something that I really enjoy. The other thing I'm doing is I'm working at a lawnmower shop on the weekends as well, so utilizing some of the sales skills I have and also my passion and experience with these machines to go and sell them to people. And I've actually had a fair few positive comments from people, you know, who've appreciated the real world feedback that I've been able to give them. You know, rather than just saying, oh, yep, here's the mower, here's what it says on the display sheet. I've never actually run it myself, but it looks good. Can you give me $5,000 for it or whatever? You know, I'm actually able to say, look, I've actually run one of these in the field. This is what I think of it. And people love that. So it's nice to get a bit of a mix going. Far out, bloody COVID. But it does mean, you know, you've got to be able to handle the business side of things as well, and that was something that caught me out recently, is because all my employed jobs were wanting me more because they just had lots of work coming in and all that, as I do, but then, you know, I had no time to mow. So I was going, well, you know, I've had to sit down and talk to someone and say, this can't keep going. I need to get out and do my own work. And oh, yeah, right, yeah. So I've gained some of my own time back, which is good. But look, 2022, I think it's going to be a really big year for us. A lot of the stuff which I've been saying for a while that I want to do, but just haven't really had the ability to do yet, whether it's because of the COVID situation or because of educational situations or whatever, I'm really planning on actually knuckling down on this year. So I think we're going to see some big changes. I've already got the wheels in motion. I'm learning from my mistakes, where in the past, you know, I've sort of waited until I really need something before I go and get it. Like, you know, I'd wait until I was completely overrun with work to buy a new mower, and when, you know, we're in normal times and it's a week or something for a mower to come in, well, it's like, whatever, okay, it's fine. But now with COVID mucking everything up, and the speed that my business is growing, I've gone, actually, if I wait, you know, like, I'm having 2 new trailers made at the moment, one of which was meant to be here last week, and the other of which is meant to be here in March. So I really need those new trailers now, and I knew that they wouldn't be able to be made just within a week. You know, you can't do that. But I wasn't really expecting like bloody 3-4 months for a trailer either. So that's taught me that now that I've got the workflow coming through, I need to actually start looking ahead, looking in advance and going, what am I predicting is going to happen? And now I know there's a fairly good pattern every year around springtime. The work explodes, I get overwhelmed, I can't get to everyone, and it just becomes a mess. So I want to avoid that from now on, and so I'm going to be ready. And so I'm going to start buying stuff up during winter so that when the big influx of work comes, we're ready for it and we can handle it. Because currently I'm caught with my pants down. You know, I can't get to everyone, and that really annoys me. I don't mind having problems. What I mind having is problems that I can't actually implement the solution. I know what the solution is, but I can't utilize it. That really pisses me off. So now that I have a bit more security around work and when I can work and all that, yeah, I'm actually getting stuff in advance of when I really need it, just so that I can have that certainty that when the time comes and I say, right, I really need another setup now, I need another mower, I need another ute, whatever, I go, yeah, I've got it, here it is. I think that's really important if you want to be able to grow your business rapidly and be able to, you know, cope with all the influx, because that's just another thing that you can offer to your clients, right? You know, if people are saying, oh, you know, we've got all these new jobs coming on board, but our current gardener can't handle them, he doesn't have the time, you could say, well, I do. I've got the capacity to put on an extra ute. I've got the capacity to put on an extra truck. You know, I can handle that for you. And then suddenly they go, oh, well, do you want to take care of the rest for us as well? Cha-ching! There's an entire run, right? So I think that's a really good idea, which I've sort of not paid tons of attention to enough. But now I am. And now I'm really trying to knuckle down on just streamlining everything and getting everything really efficient. I've realized that the jobs I'm doing, some of them are a waste of time, so I'm changing what jobs I'm doing for what people and what machines I'm using. Another local gardener that I'm doing a fair bit of work for, he put it really well to me. You got to scale down to scale up. So what I need to do is now narrow down sort of the breadth of work that I'm offering, and that way I'm not spreading myself too thin, which is what's currently happening. That's why I'm not getting to everything. If I just narrow down what I do and say I'm going to do these few things and that's it, it makes life a lot easier. I'll do this type of job, this type of job, and this type of job. That means I need this kind of machine and this kind of machine, this kind of trailer, this kind of vehicle. Done. Right? Currently I've got like 5 different bloody ride-ons, 5 or 6 different push mowers, piles of different handheld equipment. I don't even know how much the fucking stuff's in there. All I know is it doesn't get utilized enough because I'm just not able to target each area hard enough. So now I'm narrowing that back, and I'm saying let's just find a few core focus areas, and those main ones are going to be commercial mowing, slashing, and acreage mowing for residential and commercial. I'm happy to do acreage for resis, but I don't want to be doing your standard, you know, $40, $50 house blocks. You know, it's a waste of my time. So yeah, I think that's something that a lot of gardeners could actually implement in their business. So let me know down below, is that something you're doing at the moment? Is that something you've already done? How'd it go for you? You know, do you think this could be a system that you do each year or every few years, just sort of reevaluate where you're at? I think constant evaluation is really handy so that you can sort of work out how things are rolling and where they're going to end up next. So I'd really suggest that to everybody. I would. But look, it's bloody 6 o'clock. What's that mean? 6 hours of the year left. Which probably means just enough time for this to edit and upload. But yeah, look, I'm sorry there hasn't been much posting because I've literally just been too busy. I know I've had a number of people asking me, you know, when's the new video, when's the new video, when's the new video, when's the new video. I haven't had time. I'm really sorry. You know, you guys are amazing. It's really great to have a following. I'm just seeing 974 subscribers. We're nearly at 1,000. And to me, it's kind of crazy to think, you know, even just looking at that now, think there's nearly 1,000 people watching this kid who likes lawnmowers and, you know, watching his journey. And hopefully this is an inspiration to some of you. Hopefully it gives you a bit of a kick up the arse to sort of get your own business rolling if that's something you've been thinking of doing. If you're one of those people, let me know in the comments, man. If you ever want to chat, you know, on YouTube or externally, I'm on all the different socials, guys. Hit us up, man. Like, you know, I love paying it forward because I know I got a lot of help from sort of the other guys a step above me in the industry when I started out. So if I can now come in and sort of do that myself, that makes me feel really good. So yeah, look, thank you for all sticking by me and watching my progression. I promise there will be some more content. I've got to get the motivation back. I have to do that. I have to get over COVID, obviously. And yeah, we'll try and do some more filming for you all. I have that much bloody footage here. It's honestly unbelievable. I don't even know when I'm going to get to it. Like, there's just that much, and I don't even know where to start. It's got to that point. A lot of it ends up getting cut, you know. It doesn't end up actually making it onto YouTube. Like, if we look, stupid thing, don't need that. If we look on here, yeah, okay, that's not too bad. That's just one video. Then there's all this. Right. It's that as well. Oh, this is those two. Oh, it's weird. Me and the truck driver always, one of us yells or sneezes, we all yell virus and start, you know, batting virus over one side of the truck to the other. And now it's serious. we can't do that, you know, now. It pisses me off. All these are all individual piles of footage. None of them have ever been published. None of these. None of that. Unused. All these ones. Fuck. Oops, gotta do all that. Oh god. Yeah, there's so much footage here, guys. Like, there is months worth of footage. And as I said, I just need to get the motivation to do it. That's really where it's at. Because yeah, it's kind of low, and there's that much work going on. Like, I don't have really much time to do anything. I'm out at sunrise, I get back after sunset, I go to bed, get up again, do it all the next morning. It's you know, it's a hard life. Well, in terms of work, I know it's a very easy and privileged life compared to what a lot of people around the planet are going through. But, you know, in terms of, yeah, how I'm working through things, it does take the energy out of you. So I just need to get a little bit of time back. So hopefully if I can get Peter out on the road in the next month or so, I could actually have some time to do this, or appoint a media person to handle this shit for me, because I'm not that great at videoing and editing, especially. I can't edit. So yeah, look, I hope all of you guys have had a great Christmas though. I hope you had a better Christmas than me. If you got COVID, welcome to the clan. If you've recovered from it, well done. But yeah, just take care out there, guys, and you know, keep an eye out, wear a mask if you can, it does help. you know, don't want the comments to get all political about COVID and shit. Like, it is what it is, right? You know, just take it at face value. So look, hopefully everyone made some good out of this year. Let me know how it was for you. Let me know what you're hoping to do for this coming year. I'm really interested to see and hear what you guys are predicting for how things are going to go, whether that's work-wise, weather-wise, COVID-wise. You know, how are we going to get ourselves out of this mess and keep building up? Have you got some big goals that you want to achieve? Have you got some big goals that you've achieved this year? I know I've certainly had a bunch, but I want to kind of keep them in series of the videos, so you'll learn about them if you haven't already. You'll know, but yeah. Look, Happy New Year to everyone, and I do wish you all the best, and hopefully, if I don't die from this thing, we'll see you next year. Haha. Righto. You know what, I might do a couple more of these videos just whilst I'm in ISO, but I don't know. But look, can't even remember how to do this end bit now. Chuck us a like down below, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, leave us a comment as well. Love to chat with everyone. And yeah, have a good 2022, people. We'll see you then.